Day 4, the Sinclair method. I took my NALTREXONE at 12:50. I started drinking at 1:50. I currently have had 4 Heinekens. I am on my 5th. This is my dogs are going crazy. I'm drinking more than I want to. I think that it is because I do work online and I have not worked on on my work in the week that I was binging, so I'm trying to make up for it. And it is mind-numbingly boring work. And as soon as I was sitting there, I was just in this boring, very, very, very boring place where I was just like, I hate this shit. I was like, but I'm gonna prove that I'm gonna put my hours in, and it's part-time work. I have a few things I do. I have a few businesses I do, but that's one of them, and it's not something I particularly like, and I guess that would be called a trigger. So I started drinking just to kind of pass the time, and me and my wife are talking openly about drinking on this as long as I take my naltrexone, and that's what I did. It is day 4, and this is definitely, I feel like I took 10,000 steps forward and a few steps back today, because I'm getting a buzz. I want to drink more. I'm not thinking as logically as I did the first day and the second day. That logical mind is kind of not there. It's still there. It's just not as strong, which makes me feel guilty. The guilt is stronger because I don't want to upset her. She doesn't want to get into a fight with me. And I told her that when we fight, it makes me want to drink more because I feel bad about drinking, but she gets mad at me for drinking. So it's this vicious, horrible cycle. So it's very, very strange. But I'm trying to be as open and honest with her about my cravings and, following this process, having hope that the simplest way to do this is, if you have a drink, you take your naltrexone an hour before. And so far it's been 4 days and I've been following that to a T, and that's what I plan on doing from here on out. As long as I drink, I will take it before I drink. I just ordered the pill carrier from c3foundation.com so I can have my naltrexone with me at all times. I started donating to Claudia's foundation because I feel like this is a great cause. I feel like the solution that I've seen in the past 3 days, even though this is a few steps back because I do want to drink more than I have in the past couple days, I feel like no process is a straight line. I feel like this process is going to get better, and as long as I follow it, in a few months, my brain is changing after 20 years of drinking, so I feel like in a few months, if that line is not as straight as I want it to be, if I stop drinking or moderate my drinking to a level that I am a normal drinker, or not even a normal drinker. I drink way fucking less than I usually drink. It's a great cause, and I support it 100%. If it's saving lives, if it's doing any good to help an alcoholic or a hard drinker or an alcohol user like me, I want to do anything and everything I can to help. And that's why I'm creating these videos, because this is embarrassing. This is my life. This is not going great. I want to be on here talking about like this is a miracle. The Sinclair method is a absolute miracle. My drinking's gone and my marriage is amazing and I got rich and I got a 6-pack and everything. But if there is a miracle pill, that is it. It's just not. Life goes on. There is problems. My wife is scarred and I have to deal with that and her fears of me drinking and binging. And I have to deal with the fact that this is new territory. This is new waters for me. This is I'm figuring it out as I go. This is a new medication that obviously I can tell the effects are changing my brain logically about drinking. And today it is not as strong, but I'm trusting in the process. I'm trusting that if I do take this medication every time I crave and an hour before I drink, it will eventually get better. And I 100% believe that, because honestly, death is my next option. And this does work. This does the insane amount of changes I've seen in my brain, and my wife has seen in the past 2 days in just a short amount of time has been nothing short of a miracle. So I wanted to hold on a sec. And I still feel a good buzz off that, even though I did take the NALTREXONE and it's supposed to be an opiate blocker. I don't know how it works, but I don't know. I still feel the effects of alcohol. And today it just feels a little like I want to drink more. I don't know what that's about, but Cure for Alcoholism, page 72. This sentence hit me. It just says, indeed, it makes no more sense while taking naltrexone and continuing to drink as a means of recovery. It makes no more sense than alcoholics continuing to drink even when they get much less pleasure than pain. Hangovers, accidents, relationship failure, job loss, cirrhosis, legal problems, but in fact they do continue drinking, which is me. Alcohol abuse by alcoholics does not make sense. It is not rational. That is why they are alcoholics. They drink because of a learned, wired-in physiological reflex. They may not want that reflex, but on their own they cannot stop it. Once addiction sets into the brain, it is not a choice. The Sinclair method provides alcoholics with a rational way to get rid of this objectionable, painful, and unwanted reflex. All they have to do is to take naltrexone before drinking. A simple choice, a rational choice. In the long run, the choice does get rid of a great deal of pain. So I was thinking of not posting this video and recording myself because I am desiring a drink strong right now, stronger than I was the past couple days, and I don't want that to be a sense of losing hope. I feel like that's creeping in, but I feel like that's just life. I feel like anything in life, when you get on some sort of better path and you get hope, there's going to be tests, and there's going to be nothing is going to just be handed to you. There's never going to be a magic pill. There's never going to be an easy way of life, because then you will never enjoy it. You'll never earn it. I mean, it's just like working out. It's just like anything in life. You have to put the reps in. You have to put the work in. And right now I feel like this is the first test after kind of I was going through a honeymoon phase. This is the first test of, okay, there's still real problems. You're gonna not have a happy wife all the time. You're not gonna be completely cured immediately. And the one thing my wife keeps bringing up is, yes, once the cravings are gone, and once the alcohol is gone, what are you supposed to do with what's left over, which is the crazy emotions and not knowing how to deal with people, not knowing how to deal with confrontation, not knowing how to deal with being told what to do, and job situations and people situations and stressful situations. And that's a great question, and I think that we need to take care of the first step first, because if you can't take away the alcohol and you're addicted to alcohol and you keep going back to these things in the first place, I think talking about anything after that is intentionally great, but will not provide or prove to be fruitful, or it won't get anywhere, because you're always going to go back to the bottle for your solution. So if your solution is the bottle and it keeps being your solution, then you're not going to look for any other solutions. And talking about any other solutions is going to be useless. So if you don't get rid of the first solution, which is alcohol, providing any other solutions for an alcoholic is kind of useless. And yeah, I don't want to keep this video too long, but a couple things. Last night, day 3, it had been a few hours. I went and did some things, some personal things. I came back and realized there was a tall can that I completely forgot about, which was the first time in my life where I bought beer. I had it in the house. I did not think about it. I got goosebumps when I told my wife. I was like, there's been beer in here. And I just looked at it and I remembered it was there. I didn't think about it the whole night. I wasn't fighting an urge to drink it. I wasn't obsessing about it. I wasn't trying not to think about it. It was not even in my mind, which is not my normal way of thinking. And that was amazing. It's little steps like this that are mind-blowing, that are progressive. That's progress, that's growth, that's something that I never thought would happen in my life. Even being in the rooms of AA for 10 to 15 years, in and out of the rooms, I never got that. Doing the steps, doing the amends, trying to speak to other alcoholics, trying to help other alcoholics, that thought never crossed my mind. I always thought about alcohol. That's huge. That's something that I think any person that abuses alcohol and doesn't want to, and wants to be free of it, dreams for, just to have that thought disappear. I think that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep reading this book. I'm on page 73. It's really, really good. If I don't know. I wish I could help. I wish I could help somebody that feels like me, that doesn't know what is going to happen next. You can't get away from the bottle. And they try to feel like other people look. You're comparing your insides to everybody's outsides, and it's fucking failing every time. And you feel completely alone. I want to help you out. And if alcohol is your answer and you need another answer, I want to be proof that it can change. And I'm filming this at the most vulnerable time in my life. I'm confused. I have doubts. My wife has doubts, but we've seen the most crazy changes in my thinking in the past 3 days, and we're very hopeful. So I will keep posting vlogs in the hopes that my recovery will be better, or my other option is death. So I pray that I see all of you in a better place, and I know there is hope. I know there's hope, and there is a solution.